Hey guys, it's Minnie, and today I'm here with a video all about Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. This is going to be full of spoilers. I'm not going to do a spoiler-free part because I can't talk about it without spoilers. So please, if you haven't read Queen of Nothing, I'm also going to spoil the first two books. So if you haven't read any of them and you plan to, don't watch this unless you really want to get spoiled for whatever reason, but okay. This series is about three sisters who are kidnapped and taken to a fairy realm by a father figure, I'll say. And then they have to live as, well, two of them have to live as mortals in the fairy world. And I loved this series. The first two books, I love them so much. I love morally grey characters, and Carden is just the worst. I love my bastard son, honestly. What can I say? I love magic and fairies, and this book series had it all. It was just, these two books, 5 out of 5. I read them both at the start of this year, back to back on audiobook, and I could just gush about these two books forever. I love them. I love Jude. I love Carden. I love Vivi. I don't like her other sister, whose name I can't pronounce even though I listened to the audiobooks of them. But this book, I have some thoughts. I got this book before it was officially published, so I got it on the 11th because the place that I pre-ordered it from sent them out early. And so I read this book before it came out, and I couldn't say anything because everyone was so hyped and I didn't want to disappoint anyone or accidentally spoil anyone. So I kept my mouth shut for a little while about this book. It starts with Jude in exile, and I loved that. I loved Jude not being a part of it anymore and just like pulling strings from the outside basically. And then when Taran shows up and they have to swap places and she has to go undercover into the fairy court, loved it. I love that bit. It's the best. I got a little bit annoyed. Like, my first bit of annoyance came from when Carden knew it was her straight away. Like, I knew that he would know it was her straight away. I just wanted him to pretend that he didn't know, because guess what, man? He's the cruel prince! He's meant to be cruel. But no, in this book, he is just soft. And I am mad about it. I'm salty about it. His characterization went, I don't like it. I don't think any of the characters were really well characterized in this book. Like, I think Maddox maybe kept to his character and everyone else changed. I think that the stakes weren't high enough. Nothing was believable. The ending, like, I think, where were we at? Okay. I think, what page is that? 30 pages from the end, and it was, like, just finishing the climax of the book. And I was like, nothing happened for the entire start of the book, and then everything happened in, like, the last 50 pages. And it didn't feel right. It didn't flow like the rest of the books. It didn't have as much magic and beautifulness, and there was 2 points in this book where I liked Carden. 2. And I loved Carden. And it was when he was being not cruel, but like sassy and like a little cruel. But like, you know, in the good way. Like, not the worst. And I know a lot of people have things to say about this series, like, which may be the reason why he was less cruel in this book. Is people say that it's an abusive relationship, when it's really not, because Jude is clearly in control. I have lots of feelings, and I don't like them. I do like Jude a little bit more in this book than I like Carden just because she is being a bitch. And I love that about her. I love it when she's being the bitch. I love bastard characters. What can I say? I don't like soft characters. They're fine. But if they're not willing to, like, cut a bitch, what's the point of them? But I don't know how to say this. They weren't good. Carden barely spoke. I think he had, like, 7 lines. And none of them were cruel. I do like these, the overarching storyline, though, where about, like, the war and the courts fighting, you know, like, that was really good. That was what I was there for. Because I love the different courts and the different types of fairies and the different types of fae and, like, just, I love, like, the underwater area. That was, like, my favorite part of the second book, which I know a lot of people didn't like too much, but I loved it when they were underwater and, like, being cruel to Jude, because it's what she deserves because she's a bitch. At the start, when Heather is talking to Jude about love, and she's like, let me check my notes for the exact quote, love is stupid, we all do, love is stupid, all we do is break one another's hearts, and then she thinks of Carden. That made me so soft. Like, because that's the thing, where, like, they are horrible to each other, but, like, in a really nice way. What I do love about these books, like the entire series, is that the covers don't really mean anything. Like, they're really pretty, but they don't mean anything to you before you read the book. And then as you read the book, you understand everything, and you're just like, oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I don't think this book was as good as the others. I gave this book a 3.5 stars. I gave the other 2 books 5 stars. It had too much of a happy ending. Everyone was fine at the end. There was a bit in this book where, this is gonna sound so weird to you, after Carden turns into that snake, that I was so sure that Oak was going to die, and I got very excited in like, I was scared for Oak, but I got very excited because I'm like, something's happening. And then it didn't happen. And then no one died. The only person that dies in this book is Locke, and I don't give a fuck about him. The only people that die in this book are people I don't care about. So, bystanders, Locke, and the Forge guy whose name I can't remember, that's how much I care about him. And just, I wanted this book to break my heart, and it didn't. These books broke my heart. I hurt reading these books. This book was good. It was well written. It just wasn't great. And I feel like this is an unpopular opinion. I think people really liked this book from what I'm seeing. It's a little bit after the release date. People are really liking this book. I haven't said anything because I feel like people are going to get mad at me. In summary, I gave this book 3.5 stars. I liked it. If I ever reread this series, might not reread this book. I might just read the first 2. It was fine. It was a fine conclusion. It tied up all the loose ends. It answered some questions. That's all I have to say. So those were my very ranty thoughts about Queen of Nothing. I hope that Frances will be able to make this a coherent video. I hope I don't get too much hate for my thoughts, but those are them. If you enjoyed it, I'm not shitting on it. You can enjoy it. I didn't. Lots of people enjoy different things. I think it was very soft. I don't like contemporary romance. It felt a little bit contemporary romance. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more reviews of books I've read recently, please let me know. Like this video, subscribe, comment down below what your thoughts are on Queen of Nothing. If you agree with me, if you disagree. I would love to hear your arguments for both sides. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon with a new video. Bye!